Like, nope, I'm just gonna talk from the heart. And I've had, you can't start already. I'm Lacey. I'm Elsie's maid of honor, and I am just so blessed to be able to call her my friend and my best friend. But before I get into my speech, I would love to just say, like, I'm so excited to be here tonight. Like, I'm so excited to be surrounded by people who love two of my friends. And we don't get the chance a lot of times to be in these spaces with this many people. Like, tomorrow is one of the only days that, like, everyone you've ever met who you love dearly will be in one place. And, like, that is such a special time. And I don't want to, like, move past that. And, like, that's not just for Elsie and Chase. That's for, like, everyone, right? That is your parents, grandparents, friends, family. Like, people who you haven't seen in years will be here tomorrow, right? People have traveled really far to be here. So, like, I just want you to just relish in that and just be present. I'm an extremely sociable person, but I love to get time away and just to, like, just reflect and walk away. I suggest all of you take a moment tomorrow to just be quiet with the Lord and just, like, reflect on his faithfulness and steadfastness for all of us to be gathered in this place tomorrow. And, like, that's it. I was thinking about just the story that, like, I know of Elsie and Chase, but then I thought, like, you know, what had to happen for me to be here? But there's a lot of things that had to happen for Tammy and Jeff to be here and for John and Susan to be here. Like, they had to cross, right? And then all of these things have to line up, and there's nothing that points, nothing can happen without, like, the Lord, right? He ordained this moment. He will be here tomorrow. I'm expecting that he will show up. His Holy Spirit will be here tomorrow, right? And I'm just so, it just is so heartwarming and so, I don't know. I'm just excited. I don't know how else to say that, because it is just, it's just so special. When you see two people who love the Lord are coming together, he can't help but honor that decision for you guys to be in covenant marriage together. So tomorrow, like, soak it in, like, talk to the people, take the pictures, dance to the songs, eat the food. If the food is as good tonight as it is tomorrow, or is good tomorrow, or tonight as it is tomorrow, we'll be full, right? It was wonderful. So just take a moment tomorrow just to reflect and just thank the Lord that he is such a good father to allow us all to be here tonight. So that's just my little intro, but I just wanted to say So I had the pleasure of meeting Elsie and Chase on the same day 2 years ago at Discovery Church. They were kind of revamping young adult, which is funny because I feel like that has been revamped many a times now. But I met them both on the same day, which is funny. So I knew them both from day one. I walked into the house and there's two people sitting on the back wall. And I was like, okay, those people look semi-normal. I'll go sit beside them. Yes. So I sit down, you know, exchange small talk that in those forced social situations, you know, just what you can get out of a person. And we get up to eat, and they both stand up, and I said, holy cow, these people are tall. Like, Elsie's tall and still wears heels. I don't get it, but I was like, I'm glad because I assumed that they were together, and I was like, glad they found each other, because they're both extremely tall. So I'm thankful that we met that day, and I was able to meet Elsie. Our friendship just kind of started little in that group, and it just kind of started to flourish and to grow. And I just think about what would have happened if Elsie didn't go that day, or I didn't go that day, or we both like, oh, this is kind of weird, I'm not going to go back, you know, but we both chose to continue to be in that group. And we had a really honest conversation on the porch one Sunday afternoon. And from that moment, we were kind of given the prompt to, like, go share your story with somebody. And me and her just kind of look at each other like, okay, well, I guess it's you. And we just sat on the porch that afternoon and just shared our hearts with each other. And I think that conversation really marked us. It really, it was just a really, really beautiful conversation. And I was trying to think, I was like, how do you describe the person you think, like, one of the best people in your life? Like, how do you describe them? How do you tell them you love them? How do you tell them, like, just what they mean to you? And I was like, okay, I need to just narrow it down, right? And the word, like, authenticity just came up about Elsie. Like, she's just authentic. And you don't see that nowadays. People are fake. People don't care. People are not honest. And, like, from that moment, like, the person I met on day one is the same person that's here right now.
Oh.
Like, she's the same all the time to anyone. I get the pleasure of seeing her work at the church and be in ministry. And when I watch her a lot, go meet people and introduce herself, and I'm like, God, like, that's the same person that's friends with me. That's the same person that loves me. That's the same person that I get the pleasure of being her friend. And it's just, I can't think of a better trait to call someone than authentic, because it's just beautiful. Like, if you have ever been loved by Elsie, which I assume if you're here tonight you have been, I think you can all just feel the realness of her heart. You know, like, I think all of her attributes can go under that umbrella of authenticity, because everything else just flows from it. And it's just good. And my favorite thing that has happened in our friendship is seeing Elsie come to the Lord. And that has been such a beautiful, beautiful time of being able to just watch her just come to Jesus in such a beautiful and authentic way, and being able to answer questions for her and just talk about it. And, you know, this girl has every reason to not step foot to a church, and she still chooses to show up every day, and now has the opportunity to just minister to these kids. And it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch, and it's so, we get both the opportunity to serve in youth ministry together, and just being able to do that with your best friend is such an honor. And there's two people in this, right? It's not just Elsie. But I just want to say thank you to Chase for finding this girl from Florida and bringing her to North Carolina. I just thank you for bringing her to Discovery, for bringing her in. One, for me to meet her, and also for her to meet Jesus. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he orchestrated all of that so that she would find the Lord and just everything that she was looking for. I'm just grateful. I'm just here with a grateful heart, and I think you all can sense that today, and just everyone else who is here. And I'm just grateful that tomorrow is it's beyond tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's really busy. Elsie's going to put on a really pretty dress, and we're all going to get dolled up, and it's going to go down the aisle. But, like, there's also Sunday and Monday and all these days afterwards, right? And I'm just grateful that you guys are rooted in a foundation that has something that's everlasting, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to go out into the world and just be ministers of the gospel. And I think there's no better love story than your guys' love story, than to be able to testify about the power of reconciliation and just redemption and all the beautiful, beautiful parts of it. So
good.
I love you both very, very much. And yay!
Yay!